So a lot of people wonder, how does Steve do it? How does he travel everywhere and do all this stuff? I'm going to kind of give you a little idea. A long time ago, before social media, I just went. I just would do it and trust God, and He would provide, and there was no marketing, there was no advertising. It was just total miracle after miracle. And it's still to some degree like that, but I'm sharing the miracles. I'm sharing what God is doing. And it's true that, sure, that might inspire people to want to be a part and help, you know. Someone said one time, they said, Stephen just talks about all these great projects all over, and he gets people involved, and they want to come and be involved and stuff like that. And there's even been, you know, some negative talk like it's not that good. Yeah, it's true. If you don't like the country, if you don't like the shady trees, and you don't like cold water of a creek that's pristine, or you don't like the tranquil turquoise blue waters of the tropics, and you don't like coconut trees, and you don't like people, and you don't like this and that and the other and healthy food, you know, if you don't like that stuff, sure, a lot of people won't like heaven either. I'm not exaggerating. I'm being very honest. And yeah, I'm not into bathrooms and not into all of those things. I'm into nature and mission work. And when I go into the mission field, I think about Jesus coming to this world. And Jesus didn't come to this world looking for accommodations. He was born in a barn, in a stable. And when I go to another country, I'm not looking for accommodations. I'm looking for an opportunity to show that I'm willing to sacrifice, suffer, and be humble, and sleep anywhere on the ground. I don't care. I don't care if it's in a car, on the ground, outside, on a rooftop, in a tree. I've slept in trees. I don't care if there's ants. I don't care if it's with the snakes, with the wild animals, lions in Africa. I was charged with a lion once. I know what it's like to be swimming in areas with alligators, and am I going to die? Did I die? You know, that's up to God. I'm just not going to live my life in fear of all this stuff. I just want to be humble and do what's necessary to. And sure, maybe I'm a little bit eccentric. I'll point it this way. Maybe I'm a little bit outside the box of a thinker. Sure, it's just kind of weird. Like, people want to come into the country. They want to come see what I'm doing, and then they say, is there a place for us to stay? Someone said that, and you know, and if you're that person that said that listening to this, I'm sorry if I'm repeating it. And you know, I don't go places looking for places to stay. When I went back east in the cities, sometimes we have to just stay wherever we're at. You know, that means just we don't need it. We don't have to have a bed or a bathroom or shower. That's sacrifice. You know, if you're willing to sacrifice that much to do what needs to be done to reach out to people, if there's people, you try to connect with them somehow in conversation and start sharing, and it's amazing what happens. It's just absolutely amazing, especially when you are, like, for example, most people who are out on the street, down and out, you know, they're just there, no place to go, whatever. There's something cynical, a cynical reason, I should say, a sinful reason, a negative reason. It's usually drugs, it's abuse, it's something going on like that. And not all cases, but the majority that I've worked with over my entire lifetime have been because of, you know, addictions and stuff like that. Drugs, of course, alcohol. When I've never had those problems. So I'm not saying I don't have problems. I'm not saying I'm not a sinner. I'm not saying any of that. No, I'm just saying that when you talk intelligently with people, they suddenly like, well, this person's different. I mean, there's something, when you serve the Lord, and that's what's on your mind, that's your purpose for being where you're at, it's apparent, and people, they notice it. So I'm trying to figure out here how to say this. How do I say this? How do I get this out, guys? I'm just like beside myself here, and thoughts, trying to figure out how I can be very clear on the fact that when I go places to do things, I'm trusting God and He takes care of me. But there's this question of, well, Stephen just paints this good picture and then invites people to go and do things with him. Okay, if that's true, that's fine. Maybe it's more true than not. Is there something wrong with it? Is there something wrong with me telling you that, hey, there's this going on, there's that going on, there's this place and that place? What if you come and you have an incredible experience and it's a life-changing experience? You learn about health, you get healthy, you learn about, more about mission work and stuff like that. Isn't that a positive thing? Well, I hope so. I certainly don't want to twist people's arms to get them to do stuff. But when it comes down to, this is one thought that was in my mind why I started filming again, as I stopped at this tractor place and wanted to share with you. Yeah, people are going to watch this, and maybe they're going to want to help, and maybe they're going to want to send money, or they're going to this or that. I am what I've referred to myself as an earth-wide volunteer. I'm volunteering. I don't charge for my time. I'll go do stuff, and I know there's a lady that's recently asked me to go change some doorknobs on her house, and I am planning on going to do that. I'm going to do it, okay? Lord willing, I'm going to do it when I get back to that town. And when you continue to help people in ways like that, with health, with a lot of it's counseling, some people call it life coaching, some people call it an influencer, of course. It doesn't mean that life coaches have all the answers, but they have a passion for living life to the fullest and sharing the secrets of being able to do that with other people and helping them do it as well. So I've learned that I fulfill my dreams when I help others fulfill their dreams, if that makes sense. And I'm constantly excited about learning. I want to learn all the time. And, when you learn on a constant basis every day, you're going to get smarter and smarter and smarter. And it's just, life gets more and more exciting because you see more and more, you see the solution to the problems. You see the problems in a clear light. You see them in a way that it shows that they're not really it's not really a problem. It's just part of life. There's a lot of solutions, and I think there's a mental glitch that some people have. I don't want to say it's their mental, but when they make problems out of nothing, or when they think there's a problem, especially when it comes to relationships, nobody owns anyone, and everybody is free to do what they want. And if people don't act the way, if they don't live up to your expectations for them and live up to the way you think they should live, you can't really, you can manipulate them, you can twist them, with words, and you can threaten them, you can do different things to try to get them to fit into your category of what you think they should do. But really, being an example to them is Jesus' way. It's the Christian way, and you can't change them. You be that example. You be the way that you want them to be. You treat them the way you want to be treated, and you don't really need to say anything to make the biggest impact on that person if you really want them to change for the right reasons. Because a man convinced or a woman convinced against his will is of the same opinion. Still, there's that saying, when a person isn't willing and they're convinced to do something differently, and I say convinced, it could be through words, it could be, hey, you do this, I'll do that. If you don't do this, I'm going to do this. You're threatening them, whatever. It could be a reward system. Are they really doing it because it's in their heart to do it, or are they doing it for the reward, or are they doing it because they don't want the punishment? I'm just sharing this. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling, but think about these thoughts for a little bit, guys. We can live life to the fullest, the best way we could possibly, come up with. I believe the Bible is a great reference book to go by. Some disagree, and those that disagree, I've actually discovered they haven't read the Bible. If you read the Bible and put it into your heart, it changes you. The Bible changes people. I see my wife reading and she's crying. Every time she's reading the Bible, she's crying. I see my son reading and he was tearing up. The Bible changes you when you read it. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about this, and hope you have a wonderful day. If you want to join me, I went to Hawaii and back. Nobody went with me. It was an incredible trip. You missed out on a lot. Went to the Philippines by myself, Thailand. Anthony met me in the Philippines. He had the time of his life. I don't know why some of you other people that I've invited haven't gone with me, but it's very, very cheap, very affordable. Are you scared that we're going to be uncomfortable or something? That's why I'm sharing these videos. Do you see that I'm uncomfortable? No, you see that I'm in fancy hotels, because as I go along and do these things, I'll go on a one-way ticket with no money, and I vlog, and all I can say is the most unsuspecting people help. People that I would have never thought would help. I can't believe it. People from 3ABM, people from different ministries, people from the streets that I've met, homeless people even. You know, our boat, our mission boat in Hawaii, the engine was bought. Our entire studio was bought by homeless people that I helped out, who at the time I helped them had no money. They were broke, homeless, on drugs. I helped them recover. That was a lot of stress and a lot of effort. Didn't charge. And years later, they start pouring out help and money because they feel obligated, and they say that I changed their life. I'm saying this because it's the truth, okay? I'm not saying it to try to brag. I'm just saying that's what's happened. So I'm vlogging this, I'm talking about it, I'm sharing, and now I'm going up to the property. No money. I don't know what's going to happen. I need plumbing. I need more pipe. We need, I should say, the farm needs different things. I stopped and looked at a tractor, $8,000. I don't know how I'm going to buy it, but I gave her my card. I said, if you can figure out a way to sell it to us when I don't have money, I said, we'll buy it. That's what I told the lady. We'll see what she does. She kind of smiled. I said, we need it. Eventually, we're going to buy one. But if you can figure out how to get it to us. I noticed this tractor on Facebook feed when I was in Hawaii, and then I drove by the very town where it was at, and I see it there. It's a wonderful four-wheel drive little tractor, the perfect size, has the 3-point hitch and everything, the loader bucket, everything we need. So, yeah, we're praying for the tractor because we're definitely doing farming now, and we're going to have a number of different pieces of equipment. We're working on getting a loader, cat, dozer, I should say, track layer, piece of equipment from a neighbor, and we're saving up for that. So anyway, keep praying for us. We're taking care of my mom. We get a little bit of money from that. We're not wealthy, but we are saving. We're spending it mostly on mission stuff, helping people, expanding for the sake of the kids, of course. We need a little bit extra room in some of the places, but the need is not money, it's people. The biggest need is people, and when the people come, the money is available. I wonder what that is, like a dome or something over there. All right, I am now in Red Bluff, California. I'm on empty. I'm gonna let you know how it worked out, how I got gas. All right.